Hi, welcome to She Connects, and it's a workshop and podcast session with Anita Cheng and
Mohsen Shaw, and thank you so much for inviting me in one of your podcasts. She Connects, really interesting topics so far. I could see. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on the live podcast, pretty much, where we embrace trust, empowerment, and collaboration. Mohsen, you're a finance broker here.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
You are, right?
Yeah.
And you're also part of Shaw, which is the same licensee as me.
Correct, yeah. And we just heard the really good news from the Shaw team yesterday, and they become one of the top aggregator, and that was really good news yesterday we could get from our CEO, Simon.
That's
Yes,
right.
yeah.
That's right. So we're both Shaw brokers out in the market. We're a growing team essentially, right?
Definitely.
You have your own business?
Yes, definitely. My business called My Finance Mate, and I am on my own for last 2 years. And before that, I was working for someone, and before that, working for one of the big banks.
Right.
Yeah, but for last 2 years, lots of advantage and disadvantage to be on my own.
Yep.
But it's fun. Finance is fun.
Finance is fun.
Yeah.
That's not something every household says. But I'm gonna have to trust you on that one.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you've been in the broking game a bit more than me. Can you tell me how long you've been and what sort of clients you like to look after?
Yeah, so being in a lending industry and banking for last 6 to 7 years.
Yep.
And before that, I used to work for our own exchange currency, like foreign exchange office.
Right.
So always working with the numbers and not really the finance, but yeah. And the client that I really like, so I deal with most of the clients. So first home buyers, owner occupy, investment. Self-employed is my favorite because sometimes our self-employed they have a complex financials, and I'm here to look at every single person to provide a unique solution if I can.
That's correct, yeah. Because in our world, we have first home buyers, we have people who are just PGs, as we call them, which is just employed by another company or a business. And we also have small businesses that come to us rather than going to a bank.
Definitely.
Our industry has been seen and heard that it's always bank versus broker.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Look, it's just the old thing, I think. So most of the customers say, why I have to choose you over my bank? And this needs a little bit of education from our part. So of course the banks, I always giving this example. So it seems like you want to buy a shoe and you go to the Nike store, and the best shoe you'll get is the best shoe of the Nike brand is Nike.
Yeah.
However, if you want to buy a shoe and you go to Maya or someone else, you can get the best shoes in a different kind of brand. So you get the best shoe off the market out of like 50, 60, 70 brand that is there. So you have more choice, and you will find that solution better to you. So the broker and bank is similar to that. So bank, they will give you their best product, but it's their product.
Yeah.
So we as a broker, so we find the best product in a market with more than 80 lenders that we are working. So we will find you the option or the solution that is suits your situation exactly.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And I think with that concept and that idea behind banker versus broker, it's actually, like you said, old.
Yeah.
The modern world is we love bankers and we love to work with the banks.
Definitely.
So the misconception there needs to be passed away, and the new light has come. And it's for us to all share with the clients. We share the clients, we share the banks, we share the offerings.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good example, like you said, from to going to one brand to a bigger marketplace, which brokers have access to.
Definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. What made you become a broker?
Oh, that's a really good question, and
I gotta ask.
Really good question, but I always received help from others before I became a broker, and it was something in my mind, how can I help others now? How can I give it back? And yeah, I did have a mortgage and I went to a bank. So again, 100% respect to the bank and bankers,
Yeah.
but they come back to me with no option.
Right.
And
It's either a yes or no.
correct. But we as a broker, we have always solution. So
Majority of the time, there's some deals where you just like absolutely cannot do.
Yeah.
It's just a unicorn out in the open.
Definitely.
But most of the times, we find a solution, whether it's big or small or a temporary solution, right?
Definitely correct. Yes. And then so yeah, I just lost that deal that I couldn't make it happen because my bank didn't help me. And when I was talking to others, I said, why you didn't see a broker? And I saw a broker and that's happened. And something comes to my mind, okay, I like finance.
Yeah.
I did my degree in finance.
Yeah.
So why I don't look at it? And I joined a PD day, Finshaw PD day. And yeah, that was the time that I decided, okay, now I can help others.
Yeah.
And also it's my favorite subject. So why not?
So why not?
Yeah.
Oh, have you always loved money?
Most of people love money, but okay.
But how good does it feel that you
Yeah.
empower someone and you give them a solution
Yeah.
that they can move to the next step in life?
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Look, it was a Thursday, exactly last Thursday, and
Yeah.
one of the client calling me and crying and I say, hey, you did impossible for us.
That's
And
beautiful.
yeah, so for me, it was a black and white everyday task,
Yeah.
but for them, it was something big.
It's huge,
Yeah,
right?
so-
And I guess you also attract different clients to me, which is beautiful because that's your niche, your light, and this is where the customers come to you. What sort of clients do you deal with?
So mostly self-employed.
Mm.
So I love self-employed as they have a little bit more complex than mom and dad or PAYG employees.
Right.
Yeah. So if I want to say who do I deal more, it's self-employed.
Self-employed people.
Yeah.
So when we say self-employed, for the audiences that don't know what self-employed is, it's where people have small businesses or they're moving from sole trader business structures to partnerships to companies, right?
Yeah.
Again, these are all advised by our accountants what business structure we should take.
Definitely.
But it's those individuals that have family businesses who are upgrading their life or extra revenues coming in or they've found a passion in their hobby job.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That is exactly correct. Yeah. So self-employed including sole trader, partnership, or the other entities like company, trust, and which again it comes from their accountants. Correct.
Yeah, that's great. Well, that's good to know that you like the challenge.
Yeah.
With me, I attract a lot of PG clients.
That's great.
Some people, more professionals, more upcoming, modern independent women, right? And they all also want to enter from, going from a corporate job to being their own boss babe. Right, so my niche is very feminine compared to yours as well. So, which is beautiful because every business is different and everyone's branding is different as well. So mine, of course, is very pinky.
Yeah.
I can see you're wearing navy today. Very masculine color.
Thank you.
Brings out your cheeks,
We all need like a different taste or different kind of way to look at because not everyone is same as each other. So
right.
You are doing your own way and I try to do a different way and that makes the like a complete or complete
bit of synergy, right?
Correct. Yeah, that's
just
the way.
Like my brand.
Yeah.
You gotta
I love
find
that.
what you're good at and what you're not good at, and we just need to combine powers to make
Love it.
extreme powers.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
No, I definitely appreciate that, and I guess self-employed is your superpower in your world at the moment. For the viewers that don't know, what are some options out there or product offerings that we can talk about to them?
Yeah, cool. So I just would like to add two type of loan, which one of them is full document, where you have your financial for last 1 year or 2 years, such as tax return, papers, or notice of assessment for self-employed, or for PAYG you do have your payslip. But we do have another optional loan, it's a low document. So that means we need, as a broker or the lender needs less documents than the full document. And the reason is, and that's mostly, or let's say 100% is only for self-employed. The reason that the lender asking for low document, because the financial is going to be ready every single year at the end of each year. It's not like a pay slip every week, every 2 weeks.
Yeah, the frequency is so different from a small business owner to someone who's employed by a company, right?
Exactly correct. Yes.
And the numbers change.
Yeah.
And this is why we need recent 2 years.
Yeah.
Either we average it out or we have, so the banks call it 1 year in isolation.
Yeah.
The best performing year, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I think I guess the concept behind that is when we educate clients, not every year's revenue is the same.
Definitely correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Some years is bad, some years is good. COVID was crap for everybody for 2 years. Whatever industry you were in, the performance wasn't there. Some powered ahead.
Yeah.
Some didn't.
Yeah.
Right? And we're always stuck in a pickle.
Yeah.
We're always stuck in a pickle that we don't have the documents ready in time.
Yeah.
So, for example, June 30 is the cutoff for most taxation matters.
Correct. Yeah.
Correct. And for a small business to get things ready or on time or finalized, it's not until the end of July where you can start that process.
Definitely, you're right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the deadline's always going to be October for full lodgement of everything.
Yeah.
But it's not up to the individual how quick that can happen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I realized, this is my own personal story. My first year, it was horrible. As in, I needed cash flow very quickly. Starting up a business for my first year was quite slow.
Yeah.
But to me, it was detrimental to get a tax return to come back.
Yeah.
Right? I thought me doing it at full speed within 1 or 2 weeks, straight after the financial year cut off, that it was going to happen in at least 2 weeks or 3 weeks, right? At most. Guess how long the accountant took? Have a guess, Mohsen.
Another 3 months, maybe.
Absolutely.
Oh, really?
Yes. So
months.
from my inquiry to this new accountant that I onboarded myself, right? New accountant, friend of a friend, thought I knew what they were doing. Look, they fluffed around for 2 months or 2 months and a half until I got my tax return. Look, for first year self-employed, that's very hard to swallow because I trusted my accountant and this is my first initial impression.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. No, I get that. And we have similar cases like daily where the accountant cannot provide it as soon as they want it.
That's right.
And of course, that kind of products comes in the middle. We just look at the bank statement or we just look at the latest BAS. Or the accountant say, okay, I know what's the numbers at the end. I give you a letter at this stage that you can make the loan happen to the broker, and then they can say 3 months. Where we come with some low documents loan is the place similar to your situation.
So coming from that statement, right? We went through COVID, right? A lot of people's mindsets is, should I stay in the job that I've always worked for, or should I rebalance my life into a more manageable work-life balance? Whether I take more time to look after the kids, or I want to be at home a bit more and care for my family, to going into the city, 2 hours travel every day. Is this for me? Is this the same job that I want to do continuously? So we're now experiencing the new entrepreneurs coming through, which is would say has opened up either a sole trader or a company by themselves, and we're coming to a state where they are now looking to refinance or buy a new purchase property after making some good dollars for the first 1 year or 2 years. There is a solution, like you said, it's a low documentation loan. Right? And this is where it helps the transition between being a new ABN holder, a new ABN and GST registered holder, right? And those two are very important criteria.
Look, again, that ABN and GST is a must for these type of loans. However, there are lenders, they accept 3 months or 6 month ABN or GST registered. However, you need to pay the price because the rate is higher. And me as a self-employed with a 3 months ABN, 3 months GST, I'm a bigger risk for a lender. And because I'm a bigger risk for them, they will charge a little bit higher to that cover. and they have some kind of other costs such as a risk fee that is just kind of helping them to reduce the risk of me as a new borrower or new self-employed, the new ABN or GST. However, there are more flexibility as a self-employed loan or low documentation, and it is a little bit complex than PAYG or full documentation loan.
Right.
So I hope that answers.
Yeah. Well, that's great, Mohsen. Well, thank you for sharing that. That's very helpful for, I guess, the new businesses that are growing, right? You have that option. The rates are slightly higher with other lenders who like the risk of
Correct.
the unknown or how this business is going to perform compared to the main banks,
Correct.
which is a little bit more reluctant for the riskier business. I picked up on something, Mohsen.
Okay.
Yeah. You have a little bit of a slight accent. Can you tell me what this accent is?
Oh wow, okay. So I'm Middle Eastern from Iran. So I grew up in Dubai for a while, like 5-6 years, and I came to Australia in 2011.
Isn't that the rich country?
It is a rich country.
Something about diamonds?
They are rich, but for themselves. So
Yeah.
we are rich in God.
Beautiful. No, makes me feel so much better. Yeah. So you're from Iran.
Yes.
You're local around Parramatta area as well. Is that
Correct.
right?
Yeah, I live in a Parramatta area, and so became I came to Australia 2011 when I knew no English word, and it's a very, very funny story that I was in a cold supermarket in the North Parramatta when I first came, and I didn't know what's chicken in English.
Wow.
And
Wait. What's chicken in Iran? You gotta teach me.
It's called more.
More. Oh.
With at the end. Yeah, bear.
Anyway. My tongue doesn't roll out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. And I said to that guy, I want a bird.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of bird? He said,
I want a
no, I
bird.
want a bird.
So it wasn't a bin chicken, it was a bird.
Yeah, correct.
Got it, yeah.
And they say it's a prank or something. They start laughing, and I had to make some move to show them what kind of bird I want.
Can you show us what the
Yeah, it was chick. Yeah, so they were just on the floor. They were on the floor and laughing, and I say, "Are you sure it's not a prank?" I said, "Yeah, I promise it's not. I just want a bird."
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad they took it the right way. So.
Yeah. So and then the manager or someone who was the hire comes and takes me and say, "Okay, this is the bird that you want, and it's called chicken." I said, "Okay, chicken from now on." So again, why I say that, it's just kind of funny and inspiring for people new in Australia. That a person like me knew no English. Now I know a little bit, but knew no English, and now I can be on my own, have my own business. So it's kind of inspiring a story at the same time as it was funny.
Yeah.
So yes, and that was a point for me that I had to learn. And because of that kind of visa situation that I had, I had to attend a church to learn English, because no one wants to, like, no any organization at that time wants us to learn English. Anyway, longest story short was, I just learned English and I start going to Western Sydney University in 2016 or 17. I got my Bachelor of Applied Finance, and after that working for some banks, or at the same time working for some banks or some other companies. And I'm here now. So my message out of this was, even if you don't know a lot, or even you don't know anything, same as me, start from somewhere.
Right.
So start from somewhere, trust the process, trust your God, and everything will be whatever is in your mind. Definitely, I can promise that.
Sounds like a true believer of manifestation and putting your goals in place.
Definitely, definitely.
Well, that's very inspiring, and thank you for sharing that story.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of students here today listening will also emphasize on, I came here, I didn't have anything, and I don't know too many people that can help me.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, definitely. So we did have some volunteer courses
Yeah.
or workshops, same not as professional as you, very informal. You are so professional, and thanks once again to you and She Connects.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did have with some newcomers to like in different countries, or newcomers as a student, kind of universities,
Yeah.
and we teach them what is money, how to save, where to buy SIM cards and stuff. So I'm here to help mostly and
Yeah.
educate,
Yeah.
and then of course that good vibe is more than enough for me.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Well, we do like to give back, and
Definitely.
finding someone you trust, and you want to empower someone, and you also want to collaborate to add value back in their life.
Yeah.
This is what the podcast and what the workshop is all about, right?
Yeah.
And I guess in your world, you know, that's you being happy and giving back to the community.
Definitely, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, again, thanks again. This is a really great place, and yeah. So to having these workshops, and I'm pretty sure it's result to somewhere that, yeah, some people like me 10, 12, 13 years ago became one day, I'll say this workshop helped me, and I'm still learning. I'm still learning.
You're still learning?
Yeah.
Oh, well, no, thank you. I guess for the viewers who want to reach out to Mohsen, right, we can find you at My Finance Mate, right?
That is correct. So I do have website, Instagram, and Facebook with same name. I'm trying to build up that TikTok. Is a new.
Beautiful. Hey, we're all learning here, especially social media.
Definitely.
And I guess the key message today is you're open for business, you're open to reach out to people who are in need,
Definitely.
and some advice when it comes to lending as well, a bit of money management.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
definitely. We're here to help, educate, and at the end, if there is a financial, we can provide through the lenders, not
Yes.
us.
Yes, there is a weird misconception that we are the bank. We are not the
We're
bank.
not the bank.
We help you provide what you need to the bank.
Definitely.
That's it. That's
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on to the show today, and we hope to see you in our workshops coming up. And I think your topic would be money and men. Is that correct?
Yeah. So yeah, as we agreed before this podcast, yeah, that will be the title. Yeah, money and men.
Money and men. That is
Yeah.
going to be a very interesting workshop.
Okay.
I can't wait to see your content
Thank you.
and what message you have to provide to the Western Sydney men.
Thank you so much. No,
Thank you
I
for
appreciate one more time to you and She Connect and all the people in the background. We appreciate you guys, and yeah, we see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank
See
you.
ya.